gave birth at 15 and I'm going to be telling you my labour and delivery story, so let's just get straight into it. So this is a really positive labour and delivery story, which makes me really want another baby. It all started on the 16th of May and I had actually had a dream that my waters were breaking, and I woke up to my bed soaking, and I was 36 weeks and 5 days. I was thinking, have I just weed in the bed? Like, I did not know what to think. I realised that I really needed a wee, like I was dying for a wee. So I went to toilet, went for a wee. I think it was 6:45 in the morning, so I messaged my sister because she'd literally given birth like 6 months before me and she already had 3 kids, because I didn't want to wake my mum up, and was like, look, I don't know if my waters are broken, I don't know what to do. She ends up messaging my mum, and my mum comes in like 10 minutes later like, have your waters broken? And I was like, I don't know. So before my mum come in, my sister told me to get a towel and put it underneath me. So I showed my mum the towel and she was like, you're having a baby today, your waters are broken. And I was there like, oh my god. So whilst I was in like labour, whilst my waters had broken, I was having like the tiniest cramps. Could barely even count it as period cramps. They were literally nothing. And I was just like cleaning my room, changing my sheets and getting ready to go to the hospital. So obviously I told my daughter's dad, my fiance, and yes, we are still together. Before I get any comments, we are engaged now. And it's funny because his GCSEs were meant to start on that day, but the GCSEs were RE and something else, RE and computer science, and he hadn't taken them. So on the Monday when his GCSEs had just started, luckily he weren't doing them. So he met us at the hospital because of COVID. When you're like, before you go in the labour and delivery, whilst you're in like the waiting area, only one person's allowed with you, and because my mum was there first, it was her. And I was having like barely contractions. I had like put a pad on. I was still leaking my waters, like they hadn't popped like I thought they would have. And a nurse comes in and is like, right, we'll check you in about 4 hours because you're not in pain. And the gut feeling I had, I just said, like, I want you to check me now. And she was like, there's really no point, but obviously if that's what you want, we can check you. She was expecting me, she was saying, like, you're going to be 1 centimetre dilated. You know, you're probably going to be in labour for quite a lot of hours. She checks me and her facial expression kind of goes like, and I'm like, oh, like something's wrong. No, I went straight to labour and delivery ward because I was 4 to 5 centimetres and I had no contractions, and all the signs of labour that I had was my waters going. So I went down to labour and delivery. Everything was perfectly fine. They could not get her heartbeat because